Hello friends, today in this video we shall discuss the useful life of various tangible assets as per Companies Act 2013. Part C of Schedule 2 of Companies Act 2013 prescribes the various useful lives. Let's see one by one. Building, no extra shift depreciation. Building other than factory building with RCC frame structure. Useful life 60 years. RCC frame structure means reinforced cement concrete frame structure. Reinforced cement concrete frame structure. Building other than factory building and other than reinforced cement concrete frame structure. Useful life 30 years. Factory building, useful life 30 years. Do means 30 years. Fences, wells, tube wells, useful life 5 years. Other buildings including temporary structure, useful life 3 years. Bridge, culverts, bunders, no extra shift depreciation, useful life 30 years. Roads, carpeted roads with RCC. RCC means roller compacted concrete. Roller compacted concrete. Carpeted road with RCC 10 years. Carpeted road other than RCC with 5 years useful life. Non-carpeted road useful life 3 years. Plant machinery general rate applicable to plant machinery not covered under special plant machinery. Plant machinery other than continuous process plant useful life 15 years. Continuous process plant for which no special rate has been prescribed, useful life 25 years. Special plant machinery. Plant machinery related to production and exhibition of motion picture films. Cinematograph films. Machinery used in the production and exhibition of cinematograph films, recording, reproducing equipment, developing machine, printing machine, editing machine, synchronizer, studio lights, except bulbs. Useful life 13 years. Projecting equipment of exhibition of films. Useful life 13 years. Plant machinery used in glass manufacturing. Plant machinery used in glass manufacturing. Plant machinery except direct fire glass melting furnaces. Recuperative and regenerative glass melting furnaces. Recuperative and regenerative glass melting furnaces. Useful life 13 years. Plant machinery except direct fireglass melting furnaces, except direct fireglass melting furnaces, molds, plant machinery molds, useful life 8 years. Floating glass melting furnaces, useful life 10 years. Plant machinery used in mines, quarries, portable underground machinery, and earth moving machinery used in open cast mining. Portable underground machinery and earth moving machinery used in open cast mining. Useful life 8 years. Plant machinery used in telecommunication. Plant machinery used in telecommunication towers. Useful life 18 years. Telecommunication transceivers. Switching centers, transmission and other network equipment, useful life 13 years. Telecom, duct, cable, optical fiber, useful life 18 years. Satellite, useful life 18 years. Plant machinery used in exploration, production, refining of oil and gas. Refineries, useful life 25 years. Oil and gas assets including wells, processing plant and facilities, useful life 25 years. Petrochemical plant, useful life 25 years. Shortage tank and related equipment, useful life 25 years. Pipelines, useful life 30 years. Drilling rig, useful life 30 years. Field operation, above ground, portable boiler, drilling tools, wellhead tanks, useful life 8 years. Loggers, useful life 8 years. Plant machinery used in generation, distribution, transmission and distribution of power. Plant machinery used in generation, transmission and distribution of power. Thermal, gas, combined cycle power generation plant. Thermal, gas, combined cycle power generation plant, useful life 40 years. Hydro power generation plant, useful life 40 years. Nuclear power generation plant, useful life 40 years. Transmission lines, cable, other network asset, useful life 40 years. Wind power generation plant, useful life 20 years, 22 years. Electric distribution plant, useful life 35 years. Gas storage and distribution plant, useful life 30 years. Water distribution plant including pipes, useful life 30 years. Plant machinery used in manufacturing of steel. Plant machinery used in manufacture of steel. Sinters plant, useful life 20 years. Blast furnace, useful life 20 years. Coke oven, useful life 20 years. Rolling mill install steel plant, useful life 20 years. Basic oxygen furnace converter, useful life 25 years. Plant machinery used in the manufacture of non-ferrous metals. Plant machinery used in the manufacture of non-ferrous metals. Metal plot line, useful life 40 years. Bauxite crushing and grinding section, useful life 40 years. Digester section, useful life 40 years. Turbine, useful life 40 years. Equipment for calcination, useful life 40 years. Copper smelter, useful life 40 years. Roll grinder, useful life 40 years. Soaking pit, useful life 30 years. Annealing furnace, useful life 30 years. Rolling mill, useful life 30 years. Equipment for scalping, slitting, shame, furnace, miner, reaper dozer, etc. used in mining. Useful life 25 years. Copper refining plant, useful life 25 years. Plant machinery used in medical and surgical operation. Medical and surgical operation. Electrical machinery, X-ray, electrotherapeutic apparatus, accessories thereto. Medical diagnostic equipment, namely CAT scan, ultrasound machine, ECG monitors, useful life 13 years. Other medical equipment, useful life 15 years. Plant machinery used in the manufacture of pharmaceutical and chemicals. Plant machinery used in the manufacture of pharmaceuticals and chemicals. Reactors, useful life 20 years. Distillation columns, useful life 20 years. Drying equipment, centrifuges and decanters, useful life 20 years. Vessel or storage tank, useful life 20 years. Plant machinery used in civil construction. Concreting, crushing, peeling equipment. Concreting, crushing, peeling equipment. Road making equipment, useful life 12 years. Heavy lift equipment, crane with capacity of more than 100 tons, useful life 20. Crane with capacity less than 100 tons, useful life 15 years. Transmission line, tunneling equipment, useful life 10 years. Earth moving equipment, useful life 9 years. Other equipment including material handling, pipeline, welding equipment, useful life 12 years. Plant machinery plant machinery used in salt works, useful life 15 years. Furniture and fittings, general furniture and fittings, useful life 10 years. Furniture and fittings used in hotels, restaurants, boarding houses, schools, colleges, other educational institutions, libraries, welfare center, meeting halls, cinema houses, theaters, circus, furniture and fitting laid on a hire for use on the occasion of marriage and similar function. So useful life then 8 years. Now motorcycle, scooter and other mopeds, useful life 10 years. Motor buses, motor lorries, motor car, motor taxis used in the business of running them on hire. Motor buses, motor lorries, motor car, motor taxis, useful life 6 years. Motor buses, motor lorries, motor cars other than those used in the business of running them on hire, useful life 8 years. Motor tractor, harvesting combines, heavy vehicles, useful life 8 years. Electrically operated vehicles including battery powered or fuel cell powered vehicles, useful life 8 years. Ship, ocean going ship, bulk carrier and liner vessels, useful life 25 years. Crude tankers, product carrier, easy chemical carrier with or without conventional tank coatings, useful life 20 years. Chemicals and acid carriers, useful life with stainless steel tanks. Chemical and acid carrier with stainless steel tanks, useful life 25 years. Chemical and acid carrier with other tanks, useful life 20 years. Liquefied gas carrier, useful life 30 years. Conventional large passenger vehicle which are used for cruise purpose also, useful life 30 years. Coastal service ships for all categories, useful life 30 years. Offshore supply or support vessels, useful life 20 years. Catamarans and other high speed passenger for ships or boats, useful life same. Drill ships, useful life 25 years. Hovercraft, useful life 15 years. Fishing vessels with wooden hull, useful life 10 years. draggers, dredgers, tugs, barges, surveillances, and other similar ships used mainly for dredging purposes. Useful life 14 years. Vessel ordinarily operating on inland water. Vessel ordinarily operating on inland water. Speedboat useful life 13 years. Other vessel useful life 28 years. Aircraft or helicopter useful life 20 years. Railway sidings, locomotives, rolling stock, tramways, railway used by concern excluding railway concerns, useful life 15 years. Ropeway structure useful life 15 years. Office equipment useful life 5 years. Computers and data processing unit useful life in case of server network useful life 6 years. End user devices such as desktop, laptop useful life 3 years. Uh, Laboratory equipment useful life in case of general laboratory equipment 10 years. In case of laboratory equipment used in educational institution useful life 5 years. Electrical installation and equipment useful life 10 years. Hydraulic works, pipelines, sluices useful life 15 years. Notes, there are some notes. Factory building does not include offices, godowns, staff quarters. Factory building does not include offices, godowns, staff quarter. Where during any financial year any addition has been made to any asset, or where any asset has been sold, discarded, demolished, destroyed, the depreciation on such asset shall be calculated on a pro rata basis from the date of such addition as the case may be up to the date on which such asset has been sold, discarded, demolished or destroyed. Following information shall also be disclosed in the accounts, namely depreciation method used, useful life of the asset for computing depreciation. They are different from the life specified in the schedule. Useful life of the asset for computing depreciation if they are different from the life specified in the schedule. Useful life specified in part C of the schedule is of whole of the asset where the cost or part of the asset is significant to the cost of the asset, and useful life of that part is different from the useful life of the remaining asset. The useful life of that significant part shall be determined separately. The requirement under para A shall be voluntary in respect of the financial year commencing on or after 1st April 2014 and mandatory for the financial year in respect of the financial year commencing on or after 1st April 2015. So this is all about Part C of Schedule 2 of Companies Act 2013. Thank you for watching.